Do you know why, on a continent where everyone drives on the right, there is one 60-kilometer stretch of dirt where you are legally required to drive on the left? Most people call this the death road. But for the people of Bolivia, the North Yungas Road isn't a tourist attraction or a stunt. It was a lifeline built by the hands of prisoners of war, carved into a cliffside that, geologically speaking, doesn't want a road to exist. Explain the visibility strategy. In a right-hand drive vehicle, driving on the left puts the driver's seat exactly over the cliff's edge. Imagine driving a 10-ton truck, where the only way to stay safe is to look down into a 600-meter abyss to make sure your tire is gripping the last inch of mud. Even though a new road, the Cotapata-Santa Barbara bypass, opened years ago, the old death road remains active. Why? Because the new road is often blocked by massive landslides, leaving the old, terrifying path as the only way to get food and coca leaves to the capital. The road wasn't designed by engineers, it was carved by Paraguayan prisoners of war. Explain the transition from the Altiplano to the Amazon basin. In just 64 kilometers, you drop over 3,000 meters in altitude. That is the equivalent of driving off the top of nearly 8 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other. In the dry season, the dust is so thick you can't see the hood of your car. In the wet season, the road becomes a literal river of slurry. The lack of guardrails, why aren't there any? Because the rock is so unstable that a guardrail would simply slide off the cliff during the first rain, taking the road with it. This road connects La Paz, the seat of government, to the Amazon. Without this connection, the city starves. This is why the most difficult road is a geopolitical necessity. About the Lord of the Yungas, the truckers who spent 30 years on this path. Discuss the Forest of Crosses. Every bend in the road has a name based on the families lost there. Thousands of tourists now pay to cycle down. This has created a weird conflict. High-tech mountain bikes worth $5,000 sharing a 3-meter wide mud path with local farmers in 1990s Toyota Land Cruisers. Because it's no longer the main highway, the government spends less on maintaining it, making it more dangerous today than it was 10 years ago. Compare Yungas to the Karakoram Highway, Bekasan, or the Guolin Tunnel. While the others are high and cold, Yungas has the triple threat: extreme altitude change, extreme weather, and extreme narrowness. Remind the audience, 300 deaths a year before the bypass. That is nearly 1 death for every day of the year. Focus on the town of Coroico. This road is the reason this town exists. Discuss the rooted aspect. People stay because the land is rich, even if the price of getting there is their life. The North Yungas Road is a monument to human persistence. It is a reminder that in some parts of the world, infrastructure isn't a political talking point, it's a daily gamble with gravity. Reflection. We call it the death road, but for those who drive it, it is the only road to life. Next time you're frustrated by a pothole or a traffic light, remember the truckers of the Yungas, hugging the edge of a 600-meter drop, driving on the left just to keep their families fed. Subscribe to Rooted Roads as we continue to explore the paths that define us.